Research says that people tend to be happier on weekends than weekdays. Well, this could be potentially true because it is only on weekends that you get to see me on your favorite show, Zee Connect. And here I am, all set to share some amazing stories with you all that will recharge your batteries and spark new excitement so you hit Monday on the right note. Rehan, Siddiqi and Krystal Entertainment along with Zee TV presented Atif Aslam live in concert at the Dubai World Trade Center last week. Atif, who has an ever-growing fan base here in the UAE, treated his fans to some of his best hits and had an exclusive chat with us. Watch the experts from our conversation with him up next. Atif, thank you so much for joining us on Zee Connect. It's such a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you for having me.
So आतिफ, आपकी जर्नी में थोड़ा सा पहले चले जाते हैं. बहुत सारे फैंस आपकी जर्नी के बारे में तो जानते हैं, बट बहुत सारे लोग ये नहीं जानते that you had an interest in cricket. You wanted to pursue cricket very seriously, but then you moved on to music instead. How did that happen?
I think it was a blessing in disguise. So I think I was selected for the under-9 cricket team, and then somehow or the other, my parents wanted me to focus on the studies, and I couldn't pursue it. And whatever happened for a great reason. I'm very content and happy for that matter.
So you had recently posted on your Insta that Jalpari completed 16 years.
Yeah, that's right.
More than a decade now, but even when we listen to it now, it feels so fresh, so new. How do you feel about it?
I think it was purely from the heart, and it's my gut, and whatever comes from there, I think it feels fresh every now and then. I love that music. I'm not sure whether there's this term called something which is relevant or not, but even today in this age, all my fans, who've been Jalpari fans, they're still there and they still miss that sort of music as well, and they still show up at the gigs and they would ask me questions like, oh, that song called Sun Jata Hai Zeeb, they were great songs, and which is a great reminder for me to sort of never stop.
So then how do you feel when people ask you to sing those songs again and again?
Yeah.
When there is so much new music available?
I feel blessed, and when you see a lot of people, a lot of musicians and newcomers and beginners, they're covering your songs from Jalpari, it feels beautiful. It feels as if I've lived my life and I've passed it on to people, and which is what we're here for.
So nowadays there are so many songs that are remixed. You have also done cover versions, but what are your thoughts when you pick these iconic songs like Lambi Judai and make cover versions of those?
Yeah.
When you take up such projects, what are you thinking?
Purely it has nothing to do with the fame. I think it's to give the tribute to the beautiful artists who have sung it. For that matter, I think I've done something which was not released commercially on YouTube or something, but I think I paid tribute to Lataji, and it went viral. It was just from the heart, and whatever is from the heart, as I said, goes places.
Atif, you have a huge fan following. In fact, you have an ever-growing fan base, and people from all corners of the world love you. What keeps you so grounded, so focused, and so fresh still?
My fans, my wife, my kids. Every now and then when you meet your fans, they tell you how beautifully they have lived their life, and my music has been a very vital part in their life. So that makes my day. Nothing like it.
So Atif, you have lent your voice to many Sufi songs like Tajdar-e-Haram, Wohi Khuda Hai. Do you feel you connect more with Sufi music, and it is actually one of the most soulful and most soothing music genres?
It's my way of connecting with God. It's my way of, unwinding or something like that. And in today's age, when you have a lot of material around and you get attracted to all of that, I think that's my way of getting disconnected.
So Atif, you performed at the Expo in November, and then you came down again in Feb, and now again you have your US and Canada shows lined up as well. We've seen it on your Insta.
Yeah, that's right.
After the pandemic, coming back doing these shows must really feel great.
Yeah.
How is it performing for your Adis again?
Well, when pandemic happened, I thought it's going to just stay for about 6-7 months and it'll be over. But no, it was there for about a good 2.5 years. And it was, I'm sure it was terrible for a lot of other people. But it was a blessing in disguise for me because I had never had a chance to get a break from the past 17 years. And when I got it, I realized, okay, there is life more than that, other than music, family, or you got to explore other things as well. So when I found out, when I just rediscovered myself, I was like, okay, I'm getting a little bored and I want to try out something different. Which is why I got into the script, and I was offered this play that I did, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I loved it, and in that process, I think I'd really sort of figure out how to unlearn Atif Aslam and how to become a new person.
Yeah.
And that really made me help do a lot of other things as well. And yes, I'm all set. I'm all ready to connect with my Adis, and this is the first show. This is just the beginning.
Atif, we wish you all the very best for your shows. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
But Atif, we cannot let you go before you sing a few lines of any of your favorite songs for us.
The Lords. हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना जीना कैसे जीना हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे हमदम ना सीखा कभी जीना जीना कैसे जीना ना सीखा जीना तेरे बिना हमदम.
Thank you so much, Atif, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Time for a short break, but we'll see you on the other side with lots more. Welcome back. A group art exhibition called Tahiyya, which translates to the salute, was conducted in Dubai recently to venerate the hard work and dedication of laborers across the world on the occasion of International Labour Day. The exhibit was a non-profit strive to express gratitude towards the workforce of the UAE by leading artists from the Emirate.
Hello everyone, I'm Sabah Anis. I'm from India and I'm based here in Dubai. I'm a contemporary artist. I love to work with oil and a lot of acrylic colors. These are my paintings specially for the World Labour Day, International Labour Day, and I'm very grateful and thankful to be a part of this exhibition, which is going on here at Seher Art Gallery in Souk Al Marfa. A big thanks to Seher Art Gallery and Souk Al Marfa for having this exhibition. Thank you so much. A new dawn is rising, which means like I'm showing the life of struggle and the struggles of the laborers who have been coming to this country with a lot of hope and everything. Now, what you first see is the hurdles. They represent as the small rocks, and the hurdles are what they have gone through in their life. And when they climb up, the depth of the mountains is what their life is all about. And the shape of the mountain, the tip, shows that everybody aims for a high-rise life, and even between the struggles of their own life, they provide to give the best living to their own family. And the gold color in my painting shows that the people around them, they spread a golden life by giving everything that they can, even if they are in struggle. And even this country is like that. The country has given them the best platform
and they also are thankful to the country back by giving them the best.
I'm an abstract artist. This exhibition is to celebrate Labour's Day and to celebrate the labour and the hard work that goes in, which goes quite unnoticed. And these are my artworks. It's just a way to say thank you for all the hard work that everybody does. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Reena Naik. I am from India and I'm participating in Tahiyya, the Salute exhibition. It's a group exhibition and it's held in Sara Art Gallery in Dubai. I'm an artist by passion and I'm pursuing it professionally now. And also I'm managing Sara Art Gallery, who is hosting this event for this very talented artist group. And it's a very good cause about encouraging and supporting the effort that the workers put for the blue-collared workers, they put for the growth of the society. So I'm very happy to participate, and I'm very happy that Sara Art Gallery is hosting such event, and we are looking forward for more events like this. Thank you.
I have displayed my series titled The Beauty of Existence, consisting of 5 artworks for this exhibition. My artworks revolve around the concept of human emotions and how they interact with one another. I have chosen specific color palettes that resonate or correspond to the essence of a certain emotion or a certain value seen in human beings. Technically speaking, this artwork was created using acrylics and it follows the style of abstraction. Additionally, I have given a very rough texture for each of these artworks to show the elevations in these emotions in the course of a human's life. The world that we live in today is the result of the hard work of millions of people from across the globe who are often underappreciated. They built our cities, they built our roads, they built the very luxuries that we enjoy today. The United Arab Emirates has done a lot to commemorate these laborers. They have done so by recognizing their rights, by giving them countless platforms to make them feel validated. This exhibition is an example or is an ode to these laborers. It is our way of saying thank you, of showing our gratitude and making them feel validated and thanking them for the services that they have given us. Our community is incomplete without them. And the sooner we realize that, the sooner we appreciate them, the better our community will be. Thank you.
Today we are in Al Sahra Art Gallery. We have gathered for a reason. The reason is actually we thought this is May Day, and May Day is to respect the labours all over the world. We are doing it. So art is a medium. So we thought to showcase something, give something in return to them. So as a part of that, we are conducting an exhibition here. And the theme is Salute. You can see these are my paintings. You can see through the artwork, you can see the struggles they are taking it, and they are making our life more beautiful, more easy and more safe. So we thought, and this is the cause of this art exhibition, we 7 artists together, we have gathered and we are exhibiting on this basis. I would like to thank Sahra and Reena and Ismail for supporting us. Also Zee TV, 236 Creations, the lot of people with good mind people and with the same thinking, like we want to do something for them. So this is an opportunity which we are thankful for that to all of our supporters and partners for getting us an opportunity to express the gratitude to the workforce of UAE. Thank you so much.
Whatever I have painted, it was new art commissions which I have done today, and those artworks are the reflection of my life or what I have seen as an entrepreneur in my employee's life. Thank you so much.
With more than 40 books to her credit, our guest today, Ali Sparks, is renowned for her high comedy, interactive style of writing. We got to meet her recently at the Emirates Airlines Festival of Literature, where she talked to us about her recent fantasy adventure series and much more. Hello Ali, how are you?
I'm very well and delighted to be here.
We're so excited to have you here on our show with us. How's Dubai treating you?
How's Dubai treating me? It's treating me wonderfully. I've had a very exciting time. Been very busy at the festival, and we had a little bit of time away yesterday. My husband came with me and we went up to the Burj Khalifa and went up and caught the view.
Yeah.
And that was very exciting as well. But no, Dubai always treats me really well.
Okay, nice. So why don't you tell our audience where you are from?
I am from Southampton, which is in the south of England. Historically, it's the city where the Titanic sailed from, which isn't necessarily a good claim to fame, but it's a really nice part of the world, so we live on the coast.
Okay, all right, great. So you've actually come back to the Literature Festival, I guess, after quite some time, because we had the pandemic in between that sort of really these physical events to a stop, and we were very eagerly waiting for it to come back.
Certainly were. I was due to come back to Dubai last year, and then it went to Zoom. So I did a few things virtually, which is never the same as getting out here. Sure. Prior to that, I'd come out, I think, in 2018. Yeah. And then I popped back here again in 2019, just when I was down at the Abu Dhabi Book Fair. Okay. And came up to do my research at the Burj Khalifa.
Okay, nice. So tell me, Ali, you started your career with journalism and then you went into becoming an author. So how are these two realms different, even though they are both related to writing?
Well, for a start, you get a lot more time to put your stories together when you're a children's author than you do when you work on a newspaper. On a newspaper, I'd go out and I'd interview somebody and I'd come back with my notes and I'd be sitting down at my desk and the news desk editor would be going, "Sparks, get a move on with that." And I'd have about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe 1 hour to write a feature and fling it across, and it would be in the paper maybe the same day, certainly the following day. So it was very, very fast paced. And when I became a children's author, I mean, I stopped into radio broadcasting along the way too, and that was just as fast-paced. Yeah. And when I got my book deal, and an editor contacted me, rather than saying, "Sparks, get it to me in half an hour," they would say, "We really love what you've done. We wonder if you could just do a little bit with chapter 3, and could you get that to us by the end of the month?" Which was amazing.
Yeah, you were never used to getting so much time.
So sweet and gentle. It's lovely.
All right, so tell me, Ali, when you're writing a book, what is the intent you have? What do you want to invoke in your readers?
I just want to keep them reading. And to be honest with you, when I write a book, the first draft of it, I always say this, it's for me. I'm entertaining myself in the first draft. I've come up with a notion that I think is funny or entertaining or gripping, and I want to explore it and really have fun with it. And that is what I do in my first draft. And it's only when I've finished it and then I start reading through it and checking that I start to really think about who else is going to read it. Yeah. Which seems to work quite well, because I think if I'm not entertaining myself, I'm not really entertaining anybody else either. So, to be honest, I don't overthink it at all. I just want it to flow and not worry about it in the first draft.
Okay. So I was seeing this one. This is The Night Speakers, which is the first book of your fantasy adventure series, and the last one, which is Night Forever.
Yes.
It has had its heart-stopping conclusion at the top of Dubai's Burj Khalifa. Tell us more about that.
That's a very good way of putting it. Heart-stopping is definitely it. Well, when I was here in 2018 at the festival, Night Forever, Night Speakers, the very first book, was the one that I was talking about and promoting. And while I was here, I was just quite inspired by the place, and I thought, what an amazing thing it would be to conclude my series somewhere really spectacular, like the tallest building in the world.
Yeah.
By then I think I was writing book 2 or 3 of the series, and I'm the kind of writer that doesn't plan very thoroughly. I kind of vaguely know where I'm going with my story, but I don't try to work on it too hard. Like I say, I take it easy. But that gave me an end point for the whole series. I thought, okay, finishing it on the top of the tallest building on the planet, it makes sense on so many levels. And that's how we're going to save the world, with help from an alien standing right on the very top of the Burj Khalifa. I mean, literally on the satellite boxes on the top with no harness.
And when you went up there, what was your feeling?
Well, I couldn't get up that high, unfortunately. I only went up to the usual places, yes. Had I had the power and had I been around long enough to persuade somebody to let me climb right up through the spire and get out the top with a harness, I would have loved it. In the end, what I had to do was lots of online research, and fortunately there have been lots of films, documentaries made about the tower, and I was able to just watch them. And there's one particular one by Joe McNally, who took us all with him up through right to the top, to the crow's nest at the top. And I followed that almost frame by frame, to the point that if you go into the crow's nest right at the top, there's graffiti. You can actually see people have written their names inside the crow's nest. And I took a note. I freeze framed and went really slowly in the film, and I wrote down all the names that are written up there. And if you read my book, those names are in the book. Wow. And you have to find the right video and freeze frame it, and you can see it. So
that's a lot of attention to detail, I must say.
Which most people will never know about, but that is the kind of thing I like to do. It's the journalism thing. You know how it is.
But it's wonderful. It's great, the kind of work that you're doing. Well, thank you so much, Ali, for talking to us. It's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoy your stay in Dubai and the Literature Festival.
I'm having a fantastic time. It's a shame I've got to leave.
Take care, Ali. Thank you. And we are not done yet. We've got lots more coming up on the other side of a short break. Welcome back. It is raining stars in the UAE, and the latest one to be here is a mega star from the south. Who and where? Check it out.
The pandemic actually affected our shooting, because in between, and the third wave came and we were forced to stop the shoot. Even I got affected, and that took nearly 15 to 20 days for the shoot to be stopped. We affected cinema industry affected. Not only cinema industry, the whole world is affected. Then by cinema, you cannot spare the cinema industry from that. I always think that I would have been better.
Is there
not only this movie, every movie.
I see. You don't have a favorite installment?
I don't take any.
Okay.
Superstar Mammootty's film CBI 5, The Brain, was one of the most awaited films of the year. Last week, the makers unveiled the trailer of the film and lit up Dubai's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, and the star himself was there to witness it. Along with actors Ranji Panikkar and Ramesh Pishareddy and lots of fans and followers. This was all about our week's action and adventure. I hope you liked watching it. We will join you next week on Sunday once again. In between, if you miss us, do scroll through our social media handles and do not forget to subscribe. Adios for now. Take care.